Hi guys, Katie here. Welcome back to my channel. I was up and at it early this morning with a routine doctor's appointment, and I made it nice and early, not only because I didn't want to dread it the whole day, but I wanted to get it knocked out so I'd have my whole day ahead of me. So I'm all done. I'm out just in time to hit the thrift stores as they open. Let's go see what we can find. Come along with me. All right, let's get started. I am actually at the animal thrift today. You guys know it's my favorite thrift. It's where they give their proceeds to local animal rescues. And I thought these fish were awfully cute. I thought maybe they were made by a pottery company, but they were actually signed on the bottom by, someone in the 70s who made them in like a ceramics class. $4.99 each. I left them behind. I don't think they will be there long. They also had a lot of brass out. I do love me some brass. They had these priced really reasonable. I believe this one might be some type of smoking device. Moving along. I love old packaging. This is just a little package of staples, but look how beautiful that little green is and the lettering. They had this cute little stationary cat, $1.99. Great prices, just nothing I really need right this second. Although I should have probably snagged this honeydew list because my honey doesn't seem to be listening to the things that I keep asking him to do. For $1.99, that might have been a really good deal. I did like this little Fire King cup. It was only 99 cents, but unfortunately it was pretty cracked and banged up. I always like looking at cups and saucers. I'm always looking for the Shelly cups and saucers because those sell really well. Today is half off linens day. That's my favorite day of the week. They have tons of vintage linens in right now. I kind of had to be picky to keep myself from buying every single one of them. Most of their linens range from $2.99 to $4.99. Here is a beautiful little one. It's just a little vintage 1940s tablecloth. I liked this linen one, but it was pretty faded. But I did end up taking a few home with me. This one you're about to see is a Vera Newman tablecloth. She was big in the 70s. You know her work kind of by the mid-mod century type look. But her name is often signed on the pieces as well, both the tags and again on the linen itself. So this one was $4.99, half off. I think I can resell it online pretty well, so I went ahead and snagged it. They also had these really precious children's pillowcases for $1.99 each. These are handmade. Someone put a great deal of love into these. The work on them is just beautiful. So with the discount, I got these for 99 cents each. I thought they were absolutely precious and will most likely be reselling these. They're in great shape. They just need a little cleaning up. So those definitely made their way into my cart. It is also really hard to find Halloween linens. I think this one might be 1980s or 90s. I don't think it's super old, but people do pay good money for anything, Halloween and vintage Halloween. I think this one was $4.99 or $3.99. So I got it for half off. It definitely jumped into my cart. I did like this little towel. It had quite a few stains on it, and I thought someone's really gonna love this, so I went ahead and left that behind. But I did add in this little fruit one. I will most likely be keeping it for myself. It does have some stains that I might be able to wash out. If you guys have any great tricks for getting stains out of linens, that would be fantastic. Please share those in the comments below. But that definitely made its way into my cart. I also grabbed this rather large tablecloth that has roses on it. It too was stained. It was not in the best of shape. I'm sorry, it was really big and I was trying to unwrap it a little bit so you guys could see it. But I thought even just using this for fabric, it was $7.99, so I still paid $4 for it. But considering how big it was, I think it's still a fantastic buy. So it came home with me. I did love this vintage apron. I didn't get it. I just wanted to show it to you guys. It has little turnips on it, and I just think that is absolutely precious. I think it was a couple of bucks. It wouldn't have been much, But I left that behind. Someone's definitely going to love it. They also had a lot of beautifully embroidered pieces. I thought this horse was kind of different. I thought this horseshoe was kind of different. And they also had this kind of neat silk piece that had like a three-dimensional kind of bird on it. I didn't grab it. I don't think it'll be there long though. It's definitely a vintage piece and just really unusual. I did take these little owl salt and pepper shakers. They were $1.99 for the pair, and kitchen items are also half off today, and so I was able to get those for just $1. You guys, I get so excited when I find Yankee candles. I mean, you can see this one was $1.99. I was at Lowe's the other day and I pointed them out to my husband because they were $26 for the large candles, and I've found two this week just for a few bucks. So it came home with me and it is now in my kitchen. I did like those little coasters you just saw. Those are the old Tupperware coasters. Kind of fun. They have lots of wonderful dishes here. I wish I knew what to do with all of them. They just don't sell like they used to, but just lots of wonderful hand-painted pieces, and I think this one was made in Italy. Lots of cute stuff. I'm currently on the hunt for flower pots. Unfortunately, these are all too small. I do have some plants that I need to move into bigger pots if I want them to survive. So I have been on the hunt. I do love pottery, so any type of, pottery flower pots are totally my jam. But unfortunately, all the ones they have right now are too small. I thought these little guys were interesting. They're old, pot holders. And they also had some really cute kind of crocheted ones that I thought were really pretty. Moving along to the glassware, this little fella caught my eye. I don't think he's terribly old, but he does appear to be blown glass. I thought he was cute. I keep saying I'm going to buy some green goblets for my dining room to do a beautiful tablescape. I haven't done that just yet. They don't necessarily need to match. I mean, I think I would be good even mixing them all up. But these are kind of what I have in mind. I haven't quite found what I'm looking for yet, but they did have a really beautiful selection of glasses. As you guys can see, they do such a nice job at this thrift. And I had to show you the cat cactus bed. I don't have a cat, but I just got such a kick out of that little thing. I thought it was entirely too cute. Looking at the wall art, they had some interesting pieces. I've had my eye on these quail pictures for quite some time. I think they have $7.99 on each one. They are signed. I think they're very much worth that. I just have not pulled the trigger on those yet. But they've had some really interesting pieces. I thought these sailboat paintings were just beautiful. Those would be gorgeous in a study or a child's room. Please forgive all the background noise, guys. I'm actually recording this outside right now, and I'm pretty sure people are drag racing down the street, which is always my luck. But anyhow, moving along, they've had lots of just cute little prints that I've been keeping my eyes on because I'm always looking for things for my gallery wall or for resale. I didn't find a lot today. I've also been checking out the tins pretty good because with the holidays coming up, I'm always looking for Christmas ones, the vintage Christmas ones, which not only look cute in the house, but they also tend to sell really well. I had to grab this squirrel. You guys know I love my squirrels, and I have a collection of them at home, which I've made a fall display out of. It looks like someone also donated a lot of swans. Some of these are, blown glass. Some of them are art glass. They were quite beautiful. I also always love looking in the plush animals. Some of these do actually sell really well, especially if they are vintage and they're well-known characters. I didn't see a whole lot today, but someone did donate a bunch of Beanie Babies. This is the end. I don't know if you guys remember this one. This is the very last Beanie Baby they put out. I don't know if he's worth anything. I hope not, because I left him behind. So hopefully I didn't leave some $1 million treasure on the shelf. But moving along to Goodwill, let's go see what we can find. There's this awesome 80s sweater. I always like looking at the scarves because vintage silk scarves, especially if they are signed, are worth good money. I keep saying I'm going to find like an Hermes scarf or a Chanel scarf, which I have actually found Chanel before. But this one is actually, I recognize the pattern right away. This is Coach. You can see it is marked Coach. It says Coach on the tag. It appears to be authentic. It is silk. So for 99 cents, I went ahead and grabbed it. I looked at a few others, but they weren't vintage or anything signed, so they stayed behind. Browsing the shelves, I found a few other little things that caught my eye. This vintage wallpaper I thought was really cool. It's like an old plaid pattern. I think it would be awesome in a child's room or in a study, man cave, something like that. They kind of had some kitschy stuff today. You know, there's the John Wayne picture, lots of wood, you know, wall art. This is kind of cool. It was a painting. It looks like it was probably from the 70s. Kind of has that, you know, that modern look to it. Looking at the linens, they're getting expensive here, and I just don't find a whole lot when it comes to linens at Goodwill. But I always love to check because, of course, you just never know what you're going to find. I did think this vintage, well, it's not vintage, it's probably 80s chandelier. It was pretty awesome. This thing was massive. I mean, you would need a massive entryway to fit this thing. I think they had around $35 on it. I did like this little light fixture. I was examining it because I thought if I could remove those pins and take the glass off, it would just be a cute little, you know, brass, you know, chandelier. But it looked like if I did, then that bottom loop would be loose, so I had to leave it behind. But I was thinking of ways that I might be able to upcycle it into a different type of fixture. But I thought that was cute. They do have lots of wall art at this Goodwill, and they carry really, really big pieces at this one. So I always love to look. You never know what you're going to find. So let's go browse the books. I thought this book was hilarious. This is a book that gives you advice of frugal ways to show someone you love them. Rent a canoe, go to an ice cream parlor. It's called Love on $5 a Day. And it was just really cute to look through. I also like this Lily of the Valley book. I collect old books that are green because I like displaying them right outside of my dining room. So I thought that was awfully pretty. I saw a few other old green books. I'm going to wait until half off day because their hardback books are $1.99 and I'm cheap. So I'll be coming back for those if they are still here. This was kind of a neat old book. It was all about medicine and ancient medicinal practices. It was kind of cool. I also like books sometimes just for their cover, if it's a beautiful cover. This one was hilarious. It's called Stay Loose, and it's a bunch of women carrying a man on their shoulders, so I don't even know what's happening there. I probably should have bought it and read it so I could report back to you. Here's a book that gives marriage advice, which I'm sure is very fair and up to date with today. I snagged this book right away, Non-Flowering Plants. It did have the big sticker on the front, but I was able to remove it safely. The illustrations in this are just gorgeous. I love old mushrooms. I love old botany books, and this fit the bill perfectly. I think I'm just going to use it as a display piece. I might make copies of some of the pictures. Either way, for $1.99, I went ahead and decided to get it, because I do absolutely love, love, love these old graphics. I do like these clear pumpkins. I see where people put all kinds of cute twinkle lights and things like that inside of it, even succulents and plants. $4.99 I think is what they had on that, so I decided to pass. It was a little more than I wanted to spend. I did find some stuff in the children's area. This is a huge bag of Shopkins. I only know this because my daughter used to collect these a long time ago. And for $4, there was a lot in there. So I think I would be able to resell these either online or put them in little grab bags and put them in my vintage booth, because I do mix some newer things in there as well. I thought this guy was just beautiful, this cute little lion. And I did think these little checked Halloween placemats were sweet. Old piece of jewel tea. They had quite a heavy price on it, so I had to leave that behind. But all in all, I think it was such a successful day. I thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, like and subscribe if you like what you see. And until we talk again, I hope you guys are staying healthy, happy, and having a wonderful time thrifting. Bye-bye.